One Punch Man chapter 211 is now out. So we have a lot to get at too when it comes to this chapter, because over on TikTok I made a prediction video that I thought Blast was gonna, find out about this whole thing, because obviously they clashed, and when they did, their minds basically converged into one, and he saw all Void's memories. So it kind of felt like, okay, now Blast knows that his whole marriage and everything was a lie, that Blast was going to lose his crap. We're going to get this insane fight with Blast and Void that would come to the conclusion that Blast would lose really badly, and then Saitama would turn up, and that's the cliffhanger. Saitama versus Void, start of the year, that's what's going to happen. Well, I was completely wrong. I'll tell you that now, because this chapter, the ending I did not expect. Alright, so let's get into it. So, we start off with this panel here. So basically we pick up where we left off last week. And this is them, Void's sister, explaining to Void about their mission. And how, it's got a higher purpose than what they're used to. And what it really is it's God manipulating his way into Void's mind to try and convert him to come over. That is really what is happening here. So Void is like, obviously seeing his sister and after her death and that. So he's thinking, whoa, what's going on here? Like, what's all this about? But it's really just the influence of God himself trying to get him to come over to his side. Then we go to the next one, and we have them holding the cube up and saying that this is reality. And this is where, we're learning about what God's true plan is. His true plan is to have everyone under one mind and live in that reality. So the way he's painting this picture is, yo, Void, if you come over and join us, we can become one. Just one being, basically. And live in a reality where everything is peaceful, everything's great. But really, what God really wants is to control everyone. That's really what it is. So then we jump to the next one, where we have the present bit here, where we have Blast and Void fighting. Now, what we find out is actually Blast knows and knew everything beforehand, which is kind of freaking crazy to think about. So Blast, what he says is basically, I never ever, when someone is strong, ever take them for granted. I'm always 100% on it. I'm always thinking ahead and thinking very cautiously about this person. So he knew the whole entire time what was going on, and that someone was trying to get him behind to figure out what was all happening. So, I mean, just look at this artwork though. That beautiful kick from Void to Blast is just phenomenal. Now, there is a few things here that I do have some questions about. Firstly, Blast has both his hands again. So whether or not Blast has some sort of regeneration ability, I don't know. I don't recall ever hearing him have one. So I could be wrong. Let me know if I am wrong there. Or can he actually use his powers to reattach that other one back on? That's the one I'm kind of thinking more. We know that he can, manipulate the blood flow and everything like that. So I wonder if he can manipulate it to a point where it's able to reattach. That to me seems like the most logical explanation for him having both hands, but obviously he has it. And another one is Void has his swords here. Now we do remember Saitama had the swords at the end of the last chapter, because he's talking about cutting cardboard boxes and stuff like that from, the online shopping. So how did Void get his swords? Now, do they just teleport back to him? Does he just somehow have unlimited swords or something like that? Or is it just simply just a drawing error? I mean, we've seen drawing errors before where they've drawn something and then or forgotten something to draw in that. And, that's happened before. It's nothing new. So that could be the explanation. But we then go to the next one where we have them continuously fighting. Obviously, Blast and Void are talking about the situation and what happened in that. We have this really, really nice panel down here of Void powering up and getting ready. So it's very interesting to see that these two knew about each other the whole entire time. Then we get the panel here where, Void just rushes. And look how freaking beautiful that is. Like, the drawing is just absolute peak, man. It's so freaking good. That combo right there looks fantastic. Just stunning artwork. Absolutely stunning artwork. So then we go to the next one. And this is a very interesting thing. So this is where things start to get a little bit confusing and a little bit like, whoa, okay, what's happening here? Okay, this is where we're going. So this whole panel is actually explaining what Void's whole mission and everything was. And we also learn that when he absorbed Garo's cosmic powers, that power was able to separate him and be able to have him regain his self. So no longer God's manipulation is overshadowing him and clouding his judgment. He is regaining who he is because of that power, which is very interesting to me. I was like, okay, that's very interesting. So now Garo's power has actually helped Void overcome that manipulation that was happening to him. And then Void explains about his mission, which is to have this power to then share to his like followers, acolytes, and stuff like that, to share that power with them all. So it's kind of painting Void as like not this evil person, but a person that's probably misunderstood. Now, did he take the right, route to getting to where he was? Probably not. But his ultimate goal isn't to just defeat and kill everyone, even though he did that along the way. Like I said, his actual goal to share the power and everything like that is commendable. But it's the actions that led to it that you kind of question. Like the method wasn't quite exactly what he should be doing. So that's really what that is. And then we get to the final panel, which was one I did not expect to have. We have everyone there as God appears. And it basically says like to defeat God. So we have God appearing, man. That is freaking crazy, man. And then look there, empty void is being destroyed, incinerated, whatever from there. So now I'm wondering that we're not going to get the Saitama versus Void fight. That's not going to happen now. That's not happening. We're not going to. I don't think we're going to see any more about Void, because I think that right there with him being incinerated right there is him at the end. Like that's it. I don't think we're going to see Void anymore. It kind of seems like we're getting Saitama versus God very, very soon, which is something I didn't expect we're going to get. I mean, the ending with God showing up, it has to be that, right? Like, who would have expected God to show up already, like right here, right now? I really thought we were going to get a Saitama Void fight, but we're not getting that. God has just literally come up and appeared. So, yeah, this is crazy, man. So, what a chapter. What an ending. And now we go into 2025 with the idea that we might be getting Saitama vs. God that year. That's pretty crazy. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the new chapter. Did you guys enjoy it? What are your theories moving forward? And were you surprised at seeing God show up? Let me know in the comment section. Smash it all down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.